Hey you guys, excuse the bad lighting and the shakiness of the camera. I'm actually going to take you on a little trip with me today because I want to show you something. So most of you know that I live in Peru, and Peru is an earthquake zone. Most of the time we just get little tremors that kind of shake us up a little bit, but every now and again in Peru there's a really big earthquake, so we need to be prepared. Now, Sean and I and our dog Wicket live on the 7th and 8th floor of our building. It's the very top, and we really feel even the tiniest bit of a tremor here. So for us, it's super important that we know what to do and where to go if the real deal hits. A couple of months ago, our building manager, Mimi, called a meeting in the basement meeting room, and I was thinking, where the heck is the basement meeting room? There's just a couple of levels of car park down there. But anyways, she called the meeting, and it was mandatory, obviously, because everyone needs to know what to do and where to go in an earthquake. So off we went down to the meeting room. Here's the trip. I'm going to take you down there and check it out. Okay, so I'm taking you down the elevator into our basement so you can check out what this place actually looks like, what our meeting room looks like, and there's a reason, there's a method to this strange elevator madness that I'll share with you in a second. Here we go. Down here, in this parking space, is where we held the meeting. I'm not even kidding you. So basically what happened is, I came down into the basement, and in this parking space was a whole bunch of plastic chairs. There was plastic chairs, there was a meeting table at the far end, there was a map on the wall, there was a tea station, and we were all sitting in a circle in a parking space. And at first, I could not wrap my brain around it. I actually was trying really hard not to laugh because I was thinking, this is like an episode of The Office. Where's Michael Scott? Is he going to pop out? And it was super bizarre, and so I was kind of sitting there, being immature and snickering to myself about it. But what was so awesome is that Mimi, the building manager, didn't even faze her. She was like, this is how it is, this is what you do, this is where you go on the map, here's your kit, here's your information, what questions do you have? She ran this meeting like a boss, and everybody knew exactly what to do when it was all over. So what really stood out to me about this is that this meeting didn't need to be fancy. It just needed to be effective. And that's the key. Whatever you're doing in your business, it doesn't need to be fancy. Fancy is nice, fancy is great, especially once you've had some business growth. But it's not a requirement. It needs to be simple, and it needs to be effective. Simple meeting room, super effective message. I learned a lot that day from Mimi, and I hope that this kind of sparks some thoughts for you about where in your business you've been really focusing on making things kind of pimped out, where it's not entirely necessary. What's necessary is you showing up and delivering value. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, leave a comment below, share it on social media, that would be fantastic, and I'll chat with you in the comments.